If you're over 60, there's a 2 in 3 chance you already have elevated blood pressure. And if you ignore it, the risks are serious. High blood pressure is responsible for over 50% of strokes and nearly 7 out of 10 heart attacks in older adults. It damages arteries silently for years, putting massive strain on your heart, kidneys, and brain. Most seniors are told to eat less salt, but the truth is, what you drink daily plays an equally critical role. Some beverages spike your pressure almost instantly. Others gradually erode your vessel walls or interfere with medications. Yet very few people, even those on hypertension meds, know what's safe and what's silently making things worse. This isn't just about caffeine or sugar. Clinical research now shows specific compounds in common drinks directly affect systolic pressure, inflammation, endothelial function, and sodium regulation. In fact, just one daily serving of the wrong beverage can raise your hypertension risk by over 8%, while the right choices can drop your readings within days or weeks, no pills required. That's why in this video, we'll walk you through 4 of the worst drinks for seniors with high blood pressure, based on peer-reviewed science, plus 3 safer, effective options backed by human trials. You won't hear vague advice here. We're talking exact measurements, real mechanisms, and outcomes you can feel. These swaps are simple, but vital. You drink every day, and that means every day you have a chance to raise or lower your risk. Whether you're trying to avoid medication, cut stroke risk, or finally stabilize your blood pressure, these changes could be the easiest and most effective ones you make. And now, let's uncover the biggest offenders that may already be in your fridge. Number 4. Sugary sodas. These sweetened drinks aren't just bad for your teeth or waistline. For older adults, they are one of the most damaging triggers for high blood pressure. Regular consumption of soda causes blood sugar to spike, stimulates insulin release, promotes sodium retention, and directly impairs the inner lining of your blood vessels. These effects combine to raise systolic blood pressure significantly. In aging blood vessels that are already less elastic, this can accelerate the decline in cardiovascular function much faster than you might expect. In a 2015 study titled Sugar-Sweetened Beverages and Risk of Hypertension and CVD, a dose-response meta-analysis, researchers reviewed 12 major studies and found a consistent link between soda intake and hypertension. For every additional serving per day of a sugar-sweetened beverage, the risk of developing high blood pressure rose by 8%. This wasn't a general trend. The results revealed a dose-dependent effect, meaning each glass you drink raises the risk even further, regardless of your overall diet or fitness level. The mechanism behind this is now well understood. High doses of refined sugar trigger the sympathetic nervous system and elevate stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. They also reduce the availability of nitric oxide, which is crucial for keeping blood vessels relaxed. Over time, this leads to arterial stiffness, higher resistance, and more work for your heart. Seniors who regularly drink soda show higher risks not only of hypertension, but also of stroke, kidney dysfunction, and vascular dementia. If you're serious about protecting your heart and keeping your numbers in a safe range, cutting out soda should be one of your first steps. Even so-called clear or diet sodas are not harmless. They may use artificial sweeteners, but they trigger many of the same pathways. And now, we move on to a far more deceptive culprit, one that pretends to boost your energy but may quietly damage your heart from within. Number 3. Energy drinks. They may look like a quick fix for fatigue, but for seniors, these high-caffeine beverages are one of the most dangerous choices for blood pressure. Energy drinks combine large doses of caffeine with stimulants like taurine, guarana, and ginseng, a cocktail that forces your heart to beat harder, faster, and under greater pressure than it should, especially in aging arteries that are already losing flexibility. Many brands contain over 200 milligrams of caffeine per can, along with high levels of sugar, adding even more stress to your cardiovascular system. A 2019 study titled Energy Drinks Induce Acute Cardiovascular and Metabolic Changes Pointing to Potential Risks tested the effects of popular energy drinks on healthy adults. After consuming just one high-volume can, participants experienced a significant increase in systolic blood pressure along with QT interval prolongation, which is a change in the electrical signals of the heart. These alterations raise the risk of arrhythmias and, over time, can contribute to chronic hypertension, especially dangerous in older individuals already managing blood pressure medications or heart conditions. What's even more concerning is that the study found the combination of caffeine and taurine to be more disruptive than caffeine alone. This means energy drinks are not simply strong coffee in a can. They are a different, more dangerous product altogether. Seniors who consume them may not immediately feel the damage, but the internal stress on blood vessels, kidneys, and the autonomic nervous system builds over time. If you're feeling low energy, this is not the solution. Switching to more natural sources of alertness like cold water with lemon or a walk in fresh air supports your health rather than undermines it. The short-term buzz of energy drinks is never worth the long-term risks to your heart. And now let's talk about something even more familiar, a daily habit that many seniors believe is harmless, but turns out to silently elevate your blood pressure every single week. Number 2, alcohol, even in so-called safe amounts. Many seniors believe that 1 glass of wine per day is harmless or even beneficial, but the latest science tells a very different story. As we age, the body becomes more sensitive to alcohol's effects, especially on blood pressure. Even modest daily consumption gradually alters vascular tone, increases fluid retention, and affects hormone balance in ways that raise blood pressure, and not just temporarily. A 2021 study titled "The Interactive Association Between Sodium Intake, Alcohol Consumption, and Hypertension Among the Elderly" tracked blood pressure in older adults with different drinking habits. It found a linear increase in hypertension risk with alcohol intake and no safe threshold. In fact, even consuming just 1 standard drink per day was associated with a 16% higher risk of elevated systolic blood pressure compared to non-drinkers. Among those with high sodium intake, this risk jumped to 21%, showing a dangerous compounding effect between alcohol and salt. This means that for older adults, even a single evening drink can push blood pressure into dangerous territory when combined with typical meals. How does this happen? Alcohol interferes with the renin-angiotensin system, a hormone system that regulates blood pressure. It also increases salt sensitivity, which is already more pronounced in seniors. That means a salty snack and a drink can spike your pressure much more than it would in a younger person. Plus, alcohol disrupts sleep and depletes magnesium and potassium, both essential for maintaining vascular flexibility and healthy rhythms. If you're trying to manage blood pressure, even cutting back from moderate drinking can make a noticeable difference within weeks. You may sleep better, feel less bloated, and notice fewer blood pressure spikes throughout the day. Swapping wine or beer for a flavored herbal tea or sparkling water in the evening can still feel like a treat without compromising your heart.
And now, let us look at a drink that might surprise you. It is something many people grew up with, and it is still on kitchen tables across the country. But for seniors with hypertension, it is doing more harm than good. Number 1. Whole-fat milk. While dairy is often seen as a staple of healthy aging, the type you choose can make or break your blood pressure control. Whole milk and full-fat dairy contain about 4.5 grams of saturated fat per 8 fluid ounces serving, and that fat can interfere with vascular flexibility, especially in older adults. Saturated fat has been shown to stiffen arteries, impair nitric oxide production, and reduce the absorption of beneficial minerals like magnesium and potassium. For seniors already managing hypertension, this daily habit may be working against you. A 2021 review in the Journal of Hypertension and Cardiology found that participants who consumed low-fat or semi-skimmed milk had systolic blood pressure readings nearly 4.1 millimeters of mercury lower than those consuming whole milk. That is enough to reduce your risk of heart attack by over 10%, according to cardiovascular risk models. Another 2023 Mendelian randomization study analyzed genetic variants related to milk consumption across over 200,000 people and confirmed that those genetically predisposed to prefer full-fat milk were more likely to develop hypertension, especially after age 60. These results suggest it is not just a correlation, there may be a direct causal link. To protect your heart, consider switching to low-fat cow's milk or fortified plant-based options like unsweetened soy or oat milk. These alternatives typically contain less than 1 gram of saturated fat per serving, and many are enriched with calcium, vitamin D, and potassium, 3 minerals associated with healthier blood pressure regulation. Even small daily swaps can yield significant long-term benefits. Choosing the right milk is not a minor decision. It is a daily opportunity to either reduce or raise your blood pressure. And that is exactly why what you drink matters just as much as what you eat. Beverages are often consumed automatically with meals, between meals, to hydrate, to relax, yet they can either silently elevate your blood pressure or actively support your cardiovascular system. For seniors already managing hypertension, these daily choices quickly add up. Let us quickly recap what to avoid. Sugary sodas push insulin spikes and cause vascular dysfunction. Even 1 can a day raises your hypertension risk by 8%. Energy drinks spike systolic pressure within hours and disrupt heart rhythm due to the caffeine-taurine load. Alcohol, even in moderation, alters hormonal balance and increases salt sensitivity, especially dangerous as we age. And finally, whole-fat milk, loaded with saturated fat, may cancel out dairy's blood pressure-lowering minerals and raise systolic numbers by several points over time. All 4 of these are common, even daily beverages, but for people over 60 years old, continuing to drink them without a second thought could mean years of added risk for heart attack, stroke, or kidney problems. The good news? You do not need to overhaul your entire lifestyle. Just a few smart swaps, starting with your favorite drinks, can ease the burden on your arteries, restore flexibility to blood vessels, and bring your blood pressure into a safer range. And now we will move on to the good news. 3 drinks backed by clinical trials that help reduce high blood pressure naturally and are safe for everyday use. Let us take a closer look at what you can start sipping instead. Number 3, low-sodium tomato juice. This simple beverage might look ordinary, but for seniors with high blood pressure, it can be a powerful daily ally. Tomato juice is packed with potassium and antioxidants like lycopene, which help relax blood vessels and reduce oxidative stress, both of which directly support lower blood pressure. But the key is in the detail. It must be unsalted. Added sodium can reverse the benefits and actually spike your blood pressure instead of lowering it. A 2017 study titled Tomato Juice, Lycopersicum Commune, Reduces Blood Pressure in Elderly Hypertensive Indonesians in Kulisu, North Bhutan, tested this directly. In just 7 days, elderly participants with hypertension were given low-sodium tomato juice. The results? An average reduction of 8.6 millimeters of mercury in systolic and 6.2 millimeters of mercury in diastolic pressure in 1 week. For context, this kind of drop is similar to what some people get from first-line medications. The study emphasized that salt-free tomato juice was essential for these benefits. The natural potassium and antioxidants can only work if sodium doesn't counteract them. For seniors struggling with fluctuating blood pressure or those already on medication, adding a daily glass of low-sodium tomato juice is one of the easiest, safest ways to support vascular health. It works gently but effectively and can also improve nutrient absorption, especially in people with digestion issues. To get the benefits, choose tomato juice that clearly says no salt added or has less than 50 milligrams of sodium per serving. Drink it on its own or add a splash of lemon, celery, or even a pinch of black pepper to boost taste without raising your sodium load. You can also mix it with a bit of carrot or beet juice to make it sweeter and more nutrient-rich. Many seniors enjoy it slightly chilled with breakfast or as a light savory afternoon drink instead of coffee or tea. Another easy option is to use it as a base for homemade soups or vegetable smoothies. Just be sure not to add table salt while preparing. It fits naturally into a low-sodium, heart-conscious lifestyle, and it's one of the few juices that can actually help lower blood pressure when consumed regularly.
And speaking of smart swaps, the next one might surprise you. It is an herbal tea with centuries of tradition and a modern clinical track record, known not just for flavor, but for its ability to lower systolic pressure by more than 7 points in just a few weeks. Number 2, hibiscus tea. Hibiscus tea is not just a floral drink. It is one of the most effective natural remedies for high blood pressure, supported by modern science. The dried petals of the Hibiscus sabdariffa plant are rich in anthocyanins and organic acids which help relax blood vessels and reduce vascular resistance. That is critical for seniors because with age, our arteries lose flexibility, and stiff arteries are a major contributor to rising systolic pressure. A 2009 randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Nutrition tested hibiscus tea on 65 adults with pre-hypertension or mild hypertension. Participants drank 3 cups of brewed hibiscus tea daily for 6 weeks. The results were clear. Those in the hibiscus group saw an average drop in systolic blood pressure of 7.2 millimeters of mercury compared to only 1.3 millimeters of mercury in the placebo group. For many seniors, that is the difference between borderline and safe blood pressure levels. Researchers attributed the effect to hibiscus's ability to inhibit angiotensin-converting enzyme, a key target of many prescription blood pressure medications. It also appears to act as a gentle diuretic, helping to flush excess sodium and reduce overall fluid volume in the circulatory system. To prepare it at home, steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried hibiscus petals in hot but not boiling water for 5 to 10 minutes, then strain. You can drink it warm or chilled, with a slice of lemon or a cinnamon stick for added heart-healthy antioxidants. Avoid adding sugar. If you need sweetness, use a small amount of stevia or a slice of orange. For best results, enjoy 2 to 3 cups daily, preferably between meals. It's a simple addition that many seniors grow to love, soothing, tart, and therapeutic. But if you're not into tea, the final option may suit you better. It's rich, earthy, and used by top athletes, but its blood pressure benefits extend well beyond the gym. Number 1. Beet juice. Beet juice might not be on your daily shopping list yet, but for anyone over 60 years old with blood pressure concerns, it should be. This deep red root vegetable is one of the richest natural sources of dietary nitrates, compounds your body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes and dilates blood vessels, which lowers resistance and reduces the strain on your heart. For seniors, this means better circulation, improved oxygen delivery, and, most importantly, lower systolic blood pressure. A 2017 meta-analysis published in Nutrients reviewed multiple randomized controlled trials involving beetroot juice supplementation. Across the studies, beet juice consumption led to an average reduction of 4.4 millimeters of mercury in systolic blood pressure. In some cases, especially among older or previously sedentary adults, the drop was even greater. Researchers noted that nitrate levels peaked within 2 to 3 hours of drinking beet juice, making it one of the fastest-working natural interventions. Beets also provide betalains, pigments with strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, which protect blood vessels from damage and help regulate homocysteine, a marker of cardiovascular stress. And unlike many supplements, beet juice delivers these benefits in a form your body easily absorbs and uses. To use it at home, start with 100 to 150 milliliters, 3 to 5 fluid ounces, of pure beet juice daily. You can buy cold-pressed juice or make your own by juicing raw beets and mixing with carrot or apple juice to mellow the taste. Some seniors prefer blending cooked beets into smoothies for a milder flavor and added fiber. The key is consistency. Regular intake yields cumulative benefits for blood pressure and overall circulation. Beet juice is easy to include with breakfast or as a midday tonic. If you want a natural, evidence-backed way to support your heart without medication side effects, this is one of the best-kept secrets in vascular health. High blood pressure is not about salt. It's about what you drink every single day. We have uncovered 4 silent saboteurs: sugary sodas, energy drinks, alcohol, and whole-fat milk. Each of them, through different mechanisms, pushes your numbers higher and silently wears down your arteries. The research is clear. Just 1 serving of soda a day increases your hypertension risk by 8%. Even moderate alcohol raises blood pressure long-term. And energy drinks? They spike your systolic levels almost instantly. But here's the good news.
you can take control. Swap the harmful choices for low-sodium tomato juice, hibiscus tea, and beet juice. Each of them has proven blood pressure-lowering effects backed by clinical trials. And they're not just healthier, they're easy to add to your routine. You don't need radical changes, just better sips, one glass at a time. The science is there. Your heart is worth it. Your future depends on it. Make the switch starting today. Now, we would love to hear from you. Which of these drinks surprised you the most? Have you already cut some of them out? Or are you planning to try one of the better alternatives? Drop a quick comment below with your age and where you're from. We read every single one and try to answer as many as we can. And if this helped you, give it a like so more people struggling with high blood pressure can find it. Subscribe if you want more real, science-based ways to protect your health as you age. We're here to help you stay strong.